What's up, you guys? So as you guys all know, Gayle King recently did an interview on CBS with basketball star, basketball legend Lisa Leslie, and she asked her about another basketball legend that's a friend of hers, Kobe Bryant, and his case from, I believe, 2003. And although Lisa Leslie was very professional in the way that she answered her, there was still a lot of blowback driven towards Gayle for her even questioning Lisa Lopez and bringing up that case so many years later after the death of Kobe Bryant. So a lot of celebrities have been speaking out against Gayle King, including Snoop Dogg, Lil Boosie, and 50 Cent. So let's get into it.
Saw that you Instagrammed about Gayle's interview with Lisa. Are you disappointed in that?
I don't understand what the goal is. To be honest, after the man's passed away, what is the goal at that point?
I don't know. Do you think that it's unfair to his legacy?
I do. I do think it's unfair. And I'm all for the actual movement and support of the movement. But is it for justice or is it for revenge? Because there's a point that, the accusations that they destroy everything. And there's no system involved. We're talking about problems that we have with the system, because the system doesn't work without good people. But if we leave it to the public court of opinion.
Gayle King, why the fuck would you ask some shit like that? I don't give a fuck who friend it is. I don't give a fuck she can Obama. Why the fuck would you do something like that? Why would you do that to your people? You know what people going through, right? Why would you ask a fucking question like that, trying to tarnish somebody's image? You do that to your own black people. You sad. I'm finna fire your ass up. You sad, bro. People be talking, black people need to stop fucking trying to hurt black people for success. It's all the reason you ask that fucking shit for, to get your fucking numbers up. Give a fuck who you can to.
Gayle King, out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? I swear to God, we the worst. We the fucking worst. We expect more from you, Gayle. Don't you hang out with Oprah? Why are y'all attacking us? We your people. You ain't coming after fucking Harvey Weinstein asking them dumbass questions. I get sick of y'all. I want to call you one. Is it okay if I call him one? Funky dog head bitch. How dare you try to tarnish my motherfucking homeboy's reputation, punk motherfucker. Respect the family and back off, bitch, before we come get you.
Gayle King has come out since then. Earlier today, she posted a video and she basically apologized for the way that the original interview with Lisa Leslie was edited. And she said it was edited in a way to make it look more salacious than it was, that it was not a salacious interview. That was just a part of a very diverse interview where they discussed a lot of topics, not just that one.
I've been up reading the comments about the interview I did with Lisa Leslie about Kobe Bryant. And I know that if I had only seen the clip that you saw, I'd be extremely angry with me too. I am mortified, I'm embarrassed, and I am very angry. Unbeknownst to me, my network put up a clip from a very wide-ranging interview, totally taken out of context, and when you see it that way, it's very jarring. It's jarring to me. I didn't even know anything about it. I started getting calls. What the hell are you doing? Why did you say this? What is happening? I did not know what people are talking about. So I've been told, or I've been advised, to say nothing. Just let it go. People will drag you. People will troll you. It'll be over in a couple of days. But that's not good enough for me, because I really want people to understand what happened here and how I'm feeling about it. I reached out to Lisa because I know that she's a longtime friend of Kobe's, to talk about his legacy and their friendship. We had a really wide-ranging interview. Talked about many things: his career, his passion, his sense of humor, the way he was mentoring other people, how he was starting his next chapter. It was wide-ranging. And yes, we talked about that court case, because that court case has also come up. And I wanted to get Lisa's take on it as a friend who knew him well, what she thought, where that should stand. And I thought it was very powerful when she looked me in the eye as a member of the media to say it's time for the media to leave it alone and to back off. During the course of the interview, I asked follow-up questions because I wanted to make sure that her position and perspective were very clear. And at the end, when she said it's time to leave it alone, as I said, I thought that was powerful. And I insisted that part be in the interview, because I thought that it put a nice button on that part of the conversation. When the interview aired, we got a great reaction to it. I talked to Lisa last night. I believe that Lisa was okay with the interview. And I felt really good about the interview. Really good about the interview. So for the network to take the most salacious part, when taken out of context, and put it up online for people who didn't see the whole interview, is very upsetting to me, and that's something I'm going to have to deal with them. And there will be a very intense discussion about that. I also want to say this. I have been with Kobe Bryant on many social occasions. He was very kind and very warm to me, and I felt that we had a friendly relationship. I, too, am mourning his loss, just like everybody else. I still am shocked by it. It's tragic and untimely, and the last thing I would want to do is disparage him at this particular time. And I hope people understand that. And that's why I'm taking this time to speak to you directly. I've never done one of these before. I've never done one of these before, but this was so important to me that I felt I had to say something. I don't want to sit up on a set and read a prepared remark. I wanted you to hear exactly where I'm coming from and how I'm feeling, and to let everybody know that no disrespect intended. And now I've got to go to work. I thank you for listening.
Now, I wanted to play the apology from Gayle King first before we get into the interview, because I want us to see, with this being said, with all that Gayle King said in her apology video, when you hear this interview, does it sound any different to you, or does it still sound like Gayle King is doing too much and going too far in the questions that she's asking Lisa Leslie about Kobe Bryant? Leave a comment and let me know what you think. As always, thanks for watching.
It's been said that his legacy is complicated because of a sexual assault charge, which was dismissed in 2003, 2004. Is it complicated for you as a woman, as a WNBA player?
It's not complicated for me at all. Even if there's a few times that we've been at a club at the same time. Kobe's not the kind of guy, never been like, you know, Lisa, go get that girl, or tell her, or send her this. I have other NBA friends that are like that. He was never like that. I just never have ever seen him being the kind of person that would do something to violate a woman or be aggressive in that way. That's just not the person that I know.
But Lisa, you wouldn't see it though. As his friend, you wouldn't see it.
And that's possible. I just don't believe that. And I'm not saying things didn't happen. I just don't believe that things didn't happen with force.
Is it even a fair question to talk about it, considering he's no longer with us and that it was resolved? Or is it really part of his history?
I think that the media should be more respectful. At this time, it's like if you had questions about it, you've had many years to ask him that. I don't think it's something that we should keep hanging over his legacy. I mean, it went to trial.
Yeah, but it was dismissed because the victim in the case refused to testify, so it was dismissed.
And I think that's how we should leave it.
It is interesting to me how deeply his death has affected so many different types of people. Why do you think people are so deeply affected, in many cases by a man they did not know?
I really think it's the idea that, You rooted for him or you didn't. But that was an emotion evoked either way.
You know what I keep thinking, Lisa, as often is the case, it was probably just another ordinary day for them. And then in seconds, your life is forever changed.
Forever changed. It reminded me about the quote about joy and sorrow are inseparable. And it's just that, like sorrow has been awakened in my life, in their lives, in the world's lives.